towards the end. So to get us going, I think it'll be fantastic, Lindsay, if you give us a bit of an overview of why we're here and what's happening when it comes to curriculum and the sector and what the challenges are we're hoping to solve.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Hillian. And for those who don't know, that's Hillian Brandt, our also vivacious and charismatic marketing and comms manager. I actually think that all these Lindsays are versions of are actually people, but they haven't edited, updated their names in the when logging in. So if you can update your name to not say Lindsay Petro and to say your real name, that would be absolutely great. Otherwise, I'll just talk to myself.
Drop a message also in the chat to let us know who you are and where you're from.
Fantastic. Who you are. It'll be great. Awesome. So thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We are very excited to have you with us and excited to present you with an overview and demonstration of our online curriculum. For those of you who don't know, Grow ECD. Grow ECD is a nonprofit social enterprise, and our vision is really to see 5-star early learning in every neighborhood that unlocks human potential. And a big part of that, if we think about every neighborhood, is this idea of scale, and we want to see impact at scale. And in order to do that, we know that we have to work through and with others, right? Collaboration and partnership really is key. And part of that is making sure that where possible, we can share best practice, share tips and tools. And this is now another example of a Grow tool, a Grow resource that we want to make widely available and to share. And you as an organization have expressed an interest in that. And so we're excited that you're here. Hi, Apiwe, I see you. Apiwe is also named Lindsay Petro, but thank you, Apiwe. We're glad to have you with us. So in conversations with you as organizations, we've noticed a number of kind of key challenges that we're all facing. So despite the fact that there are often qualified teachers in classrooms and often resources that your organization might have actually contributed to ECD centers, we're still seeing a few kind of emerging challenges. And these are the underutilization of resources to support developmental milestones. We find that there's low motivation among teachers. They're not planning and preparing for their lessons. We see that there's difficulty in kind of adopting a curriculum, especially when it's kind of not easy to understand, if it's in a language they don't know or don't fully comprehend, or if there's just lots of words in a curriculum book that might not be engaging to them. We also notice that there's a lack of a 0 to 2 curriculum, despite the fact that we might not want that age group at centers. They are there, and they need to be catered for, and this is a real gap that we've seen in the sector. So these are some of the challenges you've raised, and I think today we can really address a lot of them with our online curriculum offerings. I'm going to hand over to the dynamic duo to give you the demo and overview of what we have on offer.
Awesome, amazing. So yeah, Lisa and I are going to do a bit of a demo for you, run through a few questions and some, I'm sure there's lots of questions that you have in mind. But Lisa, why don't you get us started with your vision for when we took our curriculum and built it into an online version and really what was going through our minds and what was the challenge we were solving?
Okay, thanks very much. I think firstly the question is why an online curriculum when you have a book? And the decision to move away from just using a book was we wanted to put something exciting and interactive into the hands of the teachers. We also wanted them to be able to do their planning and their preparation and their background reading and things like that wherever they are, instead of having to all wait at the center until, a curriculum book or planner became available. We also realized that we couldn't get to teachers all the time. We do mentoring, but we often want to speak to the teachers as a guide, as a friend. And this is a way that we've been able to do it, is by offering little voice notes and top tips and things that are appropriate for the teacher that helps her through her day. And that's one of the special things that we've added. We also wanted to show a teacher how to, rather than tell her how to. Very often we find that the teachers have got lower literacy levels, specifically in English. And being able to watch a video or listen to a voice note and listen to the summary, we were able to reach a lot more teachers through the move from book to interactive.
Absolutely. It's so interesting how by using multimedia, we can actually engage people even more. But you know what? Don't take it from me. I'm the marketing manager. You shouldn't trust what I say. Obviously, I'll say that it's fantastic. I have a short little video here where we interviewed one or two teachers to hear from them what they really felt about how the online curriculum works. So put up your sound and listen to what these teachers
The online curriculum, it's very helpful because it makes things shorter and easy.
Preschool teachers love the Grow curriculum. It's their weekly theme and lesson plans for every day of the week per age group. In line with the National Curriculum Framework, every week starts off with the planning section. Here, an experienced teacher shares a voice note overview of the week. Every song and rhyme is recorded. You will see photos of the equipment, short fun videos, additional story activities, digital book resources, afternoon activity ideas, top tips from other teachers, and extension ideas.
Well, I think the online curriculum has made a huge difference with us. You get a better understanding of what you should do as a teacher.
You are going to love preparing for every week, and your children will love it too.
Oh, the best thing I ever heard was the one teacher who said, I love Mondays now. Because planning and preparation was so much easier. She hadn't spent her whole weekend planning and preparing. So let's help teachers love Mondays again. That's fantastic. Lisa, tell us a bit more about some of the features we can expect in this curriculum.
Sure. So I guess it's in two parts. So the actual curriculum, which is the learning program, that has been written by a group of professionals and is NCF aligned. In other words, it has been accredited by the Western Cape Government, Department of Education, and it is an appropriate tool to use. Then we talk about the curriculum as an online curriculum, and that's where things make a remarkable change. An example is that firstly, you get videos. So you're able to watch a lesson done by an experienced teacher, so you've got an idea of how to do it. You have photos of the art activity, of the outdoor play, the sand pit, whatever, so that you can see how a theme table is set up and go, okay, got it. You listen to voice notes where you get summaries. We've got all the songs recorded together with the PDF, so that if you want to print the song for the day, you can just print it and you can actually play the song on your phone. We've then carefully curated the stories that we would like you to read, linked to partners like Book Dash and Nalibali. So all you have to do is link to a storybook and you've got it in the palm of your hands. And because Lego was very instrumental in funding this, we've also made sure that all the Lego activities that centers can do are also videoed or given even more ideas, because a lot of teachers get the Lego playbox but are not sure what to do with it. So it's very much about a really fun, interactive way where you don't sit with a book and read and read and read and then hopefully write notes.
I love that, Lisa. I can feel your pain. Also, because we've made sure that it's built into Android devices, all you need is an Android smartphone or a tablet to access it. It really is much more accessible. Once you log into the online curriculum, it is data free. So a teacher will need a little bit of data on her phone or her tablet just to log in. Once she's logged in, it's data free. So it really makes it much more flexible for her to plan and prepare whenever it's necessary. And Lisa, you might be able to give us some tips, but I know in most of our schools, they take maybe a Friday and they plan and prepare. Also, if you have centers that are busy with the journey towards registration, this will support their journey for their ECD program registration. Because like Lisa mentioned, it is we have our Form 17 from the Department of Basic Education. It has been accredited by DBE. And also recently we sent the curriculum all the way to Finland for a group of researchers and education experts to review it. And we're very happy to share that the curriculum received a 93% score for quality pedagogy from Education Alliance Finland. That is quite a mouthful, but essentially a 93% score in quality pedagogy is considered world-class. So we're very, very grateful for that feedback. And it just gives us more confidence, to share this with you as a tool we really believe will add value to more centers across the country. So just before we're going to dive into the demo next, before we do that, just wanted to give you some feedback to say we launched the curriculum in 2022. So it's not something old. We've been using it for a while. Then because of the demand we saw from other centers asking for the curriculum, they were telling us maybe they have some educational resources. They already have a partner. All they need is the daily program. We launched it to the public this year, beginning of this year, and currently 215 preschools are already using it across 5 provinces, and more than 1,000 learners are benefiting from it daily.
10,000, Eileen.
Oh, did I say 1,000?
You did.
1,000. Oh my goodness. Let me get us to the curriculum demo. Hold on one second. Let's see. 10,000 and 1,000. Oh my goodness, Lisa.
Maybe if there are any questions at the moment, if anyone has a question, we have an opportunity to take any. None of the Lindsays have a question. Okay.
Lindsay, the real Lindsay, please stand up. Can you see the Grow Academy now?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what you're seeing. Okay, fantastic. All right. Lisa, you wanted to, so there are 2 parts to the curriculum. Did you just want to explain briefly about the 2 to 5-year-olds and the babies? I'll go into the 2 to 5-year-old one.
So we started with the 2 to 5-year-old age group, which we had in book form before we turned it into a digital offering. And throughout our 10 years that we've been working in this sector, we've discovered rooms after rooms of babies that are put there because there is nowhere else for them, but they have no program. So we began to design a curriculum, a daily planner for the babies. We then ran that plan for a number of years and realized that these teachers also wanted to be able to access it on their phone, to be able to play the music while they're sitting on the floor with the bubbas sleeping on their laps and others crawling around. It is so useful to have it in their hand. So the baby curriculum is aged 0 to 2 and obviously flexible, as the children grow and develop. And then we have our 2 to 5. So this is our term 4, week 3 example. So Helene, start the course.
Start the course.
Yeah. So every day, every curriculum theme is covered in a 2-week period. So we started off, this one is term 4, and it's the theme is the C, and it says listen to the voice note summary. This is a basic summary of what to expect in your planning for the week ahead. So Helene, we don't need, you can play it if you like.
Hello and welcome back. It's term 4, week 3, and our theme is the C. At arrival time this morning, we greet the learners and remember to observe any signs of illness or health issues.
Because that's a great example.
So we basically give the teacher the top tips that she should be doing. Oh, I forgot to check for plasters or bruises or whatever. And each week it's different. So then we have our daily planner that we've suggested that they use, which is a standard daily planner for any center. and we can move down. The first thing that we're going to be doing is seeing what do we need to collect for the week if we want to do some of the art activities, old magazines, food boxes, toilet rolls, all of these things. We've given them a list so they know what to fetch for the week for their art activity. Now for morning ring, you'll notice that underneath arrival and health check, we have got Elder 1, well-being, aim 2, aim 3, and aim 5. So we've gone and made sure that every elder has been covered sufficiently throughout the curriculum. This just gives them a basic of what to do for the greeting today. Today, we're going to be counting how many we have in the class. We're going to do a clapping and counting activity. In other words, integrating pre-math skills into our morning ring. So we can continue. And here we have news, and it's an example of a teacher who's done a news activity where she's drawn the picture and written the sentence. And this is now our pre-literacy, where they learn to recognize words and events. Then each day of the week, there will be an activity. So you can click and open each day to check just for that day. And then if you continue, this is just a quick tutorial on how to do your register, because it's a reminder to the teachers, hey, don't forget to do your register today. All right, let's move on. We've got ideas for birthday and some equipment in our kit that you could use, or note to remember to use your own. Then we have, still part of morning ring, we have our basic time with our Bible stories, if you do, or else we've got other activities that they can do. And PDFs and everything that you need, including the recorded song. So if you wanted to play the song.
This song is called Watch Your Eyes, and this is how it goes. Watch your eyes, what they see. Watch your eyes, what they see.
Every song that is recorded, there will be a PDF that you can print. Okay, moving on. We have only just finished morning ring. We're still with the weather.
Day, Lisa. It's a busy day.
Yes. All right. And then here we have some of the activities that you need to do in your morning ring. Remembering that on average, the teachers do the same activity every day at morning ring. So we want to move them away from that and start to do other things. So our theme discussion today is Monday is what is sea life, and different questions to ask and pictures. Tuesday, we look at products that we get from the sea, etc. And then we go down to the theme table, which is just an example of what items you could put on a theme table. And as you notice, the ladies in Gauteng haven't got shells from the beach and all the other things that people have in the Western Cape. So we've looked at items in your kit and what you could use for your theme table. Then we've got an important note. Helene, play that.
Not everyone has had the opportunity to visit the beach and explore the sea. Therefore, it is important that you have lots of pictures and photos that you can show the learners. Collect shells, coral, and some driftwood and beach sand to add to your theme table.
So one thing that we've added is, you'll see here, we've added pictures, photos of each of the most important words that we're wanting to talk about today, specifically for those that are struggling to go get to a library for books on the sea. We've added pictures so that they can show the children for discussion, for theme discussion. So now don't forget toilet routine and hand washing is a quick note for the teacher. Now we're on to art and free play time. Again, a quick tip for the teacher, which we can move through because we've still got lots to see. And here we have an example of a sequenced art activity. On Monday, we're going to paint the hand. Then on Wednesday, we're going to do a different activity. Let's have a look and see what they're doing today, Helene.
Give each learner their page from Monday. They now need to give the octopus some eyes and a mouth and add some detail for the picture. Use the Lego blocks to print the suckers on the octopus legs. They can also add some colorful fish, starfish, and perhaps a shark using crayons.
Clever use of Lego.
Lovely use of Lego, a simple art activity, and then each day there will be a different prompt of what to do. So Friday was a free drawing day, and it was so important that we include free drawing as often as possible. So it's a quick reminder for the teachers. And here's a little sequence picture, so we can make an octopus picture out of the handprint that you did on Monday. And then we've also added additional things like cutting activities, because our original kit curriculum, we realized we didn't actually motivate enough for cutting. So we've been able to adapt the book without reprinting the book and redistributing the book by using the digital. And it's very easy to adapt and change as we need to. Then we have educational games again by day. On Monday, the 2-year-olds are going to do the dizzy discs. The 3-year-olds are going to be doing the big to small puzzle, and the 4 to 5-year-olds will do the shape on a hook. You can see that everything is graded according to the children's abilities. If your whole class is 2-year-olds, then you will work your way through the activity. But if you have a combined class, we've given you opportunities to see different activities. All right, continue. Puzzle day. We've made sure that there are at least 2 days in the week that focus particularly on puzzles. Then we move towards outside play. And here we've still got our fantasy games, ideas that you can do with dress up and construction ideas. And then we continue. We make sure that snack time is done. And then outside play. Again, we have certain top tips. Each day of the week is different. So on Monday, they're going to do the fish freeze with the musical instruments. And then water play and free play. And then Tuesday, there will be a different activity, which is the rainbow parachute. And if you go down, you'll be able to see what do we mean by the rainbow parachute.
Explain to the learners what a diver is and what they do under the sea. Place a variety of treasures like a pencil, a book, a wooden block, and a paintbrush into a treasure box under the parachute. Explain to the learners that they should hold the parachute at waist level and make waves as if in a sea storm. Send learners under one by one as if they are divers to collect one treasure. They then collect only the item that you called out. Increase the difficulty of the activity by giving them 2, 3, or 4 items that they must remember and collect.
Okay, so that's a simple idea. And then if we move on a little bit, here are some photos of water play, sand play, and ideas of what you could be doing.
Awesome.
Visuals. It really, I mean, this activity is done with Lego, and I'm going to ask Helene to play it because you won't find this activity in a Lego manual. And you won't find it in other people's curriculums. These are unique to our program.
For this activity, give each child a clothes peg. Let them practice opening and closing the peg. Place Lego bricks on the mat and then explain that when you say shark, shark, catch a blue fish. The children then use their peg to catch a blue brick. They then bring the brick and place it into the teacher's container. Continue by choosing a different color fish to catch.
Oh, Lisa, I love this game. And
These are
there's
such fun extension activities.
lovely. And I can download the PDF as well.
Yes, absolutely. And then we've got a toilet routine. And again, we've made sure that the teachers have got fresh ideas. These are not repeated week after week. This time we're going to do the bird in the tree as a pack-up routine where they have to count backwards. Here is your bird in the tree PDF that you can print and put on the wall as a reminder for the teacher. And then I think something that's really important in our curriculum is second ring. Second ring focus on maths and on language. Here you'll be able to hear again a voice note for the teacher.
Did you want me to play that?
Then you go down.
For this touch and count activity, the learners need to be able to touch and count the number of items placed in front of them. To introduce this concept, an idea is to get them to pick the bead up as they count first and put it down again before they continue on to the next number. So count slowly to allow everyone to understand this concept. Then you can move on to touch and count. Only use up to 5 items to count for this activity.
So it was just an idea of how to do it, and then you'll find the activity here. This one is hilarious. We've done it a few times where you've taken an egg and put it into salt water. In fact, I'm going to ask Helene just to play this one. It is too cute not to.
A science experiment. Show the learners the difference between normal tap water and salt water or seawater. Pour tap water into 2 glasses, but add lots of salt to the 1 glass. Let them taste the water. Now take an egg and drop it gently into the normal tap water. The egg will sink. Drop an egg into the extremely salty water and the egg will float. Wow, now that's interesting.
Oh, that evening, all the kids want mom to take out eggs and salt, do experiments at home. Fantastic.
So these are activities that we've put into the curriculum, but if you had to describe that activity to a teacher about salty water and an egg, it doesn't make sense. But when you watch a video, you're easily able to say, oh, I can do that. So yeah. Then we have drama and music. We have songs recorded. Here's the song about Slippery Sam. And each song has been recorded especially for us. So it is not an American song. It's a unique song that we have had recorded for Grow. And here we have our story time, again, linking the children into a different activity for each day. And then a unique thing to our online curriculum is we've linked to Mikulu books, their concept of what to do with wordless books. And we have links here for Book Dash. And you notice that the book chosen matches the theme. And this wasn't by accident. This has taken a long time to go through all the books and to select the ones that are theme related. And then all you have to do is click on the book and you've got the Nali Bali book or the Book Dash book. Here there is an afternoon activity, something different to do while the children are wandering around in the afternoon waiting to be fetched. We even add afternoon activities.
Oh, that's amazing. And more Lego play box ideas.
Yeah. So that in a nutshell is what we are talking about today.
All right. I mean, I'm looking at the time. It's already 22. Lisa hasn't even shown you the baby curriculum, but it is so special, so cute, and completely unique and appropriate. It's not a copy and paste of what we've seen here. Lindsay, do you think we should go through that as well, or should we do one or two Q&As and then come back to the baby?
I think maybe show the baby curriculum just because it is so precious. Just briefly, and then
Open that.
we can go to Q&A.
So you can imagine how much fun I've had when you see the videos, because we have actually tested out the curriculums at centers. So this wasn't just a quick video film shoot. This is something that we have done with our kids, and they know how to do it, and the teachers are experienced. So we'll show you that.
Yes.
So this is our baby curriculum. Yeah, we can move down. Again, our planning and preparation, where you've got all the list of things that you need to collect for the day. Helene, if you want to go flip straight down to quiet individual activity on the left. Yeah. So again, what's been really important is that we have made sure that the elder is mentioned here. So above this particular activity, we've gone with Elder 1, Elder 4, and Elder 5. We've even named the aim so that you know exactly why are you doing this lesson. So this particular one is a quiet individual play. So when the babies arrive, we have equipment out so that the teacher is free to get up and greet every child. So we don't want a structured activity. We want free play when they start their day. And here we have Jumbo Pegboard as their activity. And you'll notice that we've included babies not yet sitting is a category where we've said place the babies under a wire frame with colorful stimulating toys. We know we have 4-month-old babies in the class, so we must accommodate them as well. We can't leave them in a cot all day. So this is an example here.
This activity is great for fine motor exercise and encourages hand-eye coordination and concentration.
Activity that was all put out. The children could go and join the table to do the activity or not. And as the teacher was being able to greet each child, she was ready for and again, here, circle time. We've covered lots and lots in that circle time. The equipment is listed here, and we've broken circle time into 3 parts: music time, sensory time, and cognitive time. So here we have a music activity, we have a sensory activity where we've used bottle tops and a feelie bag, and then we've got a cognitive activity. In this particular case, you'll see the photo here of the children playing with the wooden blocks. And you'll also note that there's lots of notes to the teacher. So things that she should know about that age group is included. Then for story time, we've put story time in the middle of the morning. We don't want it to be forgotten. We don't want them to be falling asleep. So we're going to put our story time in the middle of the day. Right, activity time. And again, here we have links to Book Dash so that you can choose a book to read. And here's the 2 brothers, and you can choose it in whichever language you need. And then we've put an option of a nap time in the middle of the morning for those that are having 2 naps a day. And that's why we want the babies to have their own program and not be slotted in to the older children's day. We've got mat play, which is after they've woken up. And mat play today is again broken into 3 parts: gross motor, which is inside, creative time, and we've done so many art activities with the little ones that the teachers were too scared to do initially, but they are loving the art now with the little ones. And then, yeah, an example there is a top tip for the teacher as well. Now we've gone with a quiet nap time before lunch. Or was this one after lunch? Then nappy time, continue. And now we're going outdoor for gross motor. And how many teachers resist going outside with the small ones? And how much do these babas need fresh air? So we do want them to go outside with a fantastic activity. And again, notice that the baby's not yet sitting. We place them on their backs under the parachute for this particular activity. And the note for the teacher is watch for sensory overload that will show with crying. Take the baby out from under the parachute immediately. So we're not just throwing activities at teachers, we're guiding them through them. Right, continue. Free play again, and this is while they are waiting to be collected by their parents. And we know that they come at different times, so we don't want them to be engrossed in a creative art activity when parents are coming to fetch them. So we make sure that they have a free play, and today we've placed Lego blocks for them. So roughly that's the day. And most important, in the baby program, the same activities are done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for 1 week. And we all know babies need repetition. They need to have their anxiety brought down. And on day one, when that Lego block comes out and the noise, they may be too frightened to play. But by Thursday, they've warmed up to it, and by Friday, they're playing. So these are some of the philosophies behind our baby program design.
Awesome. Amazing. I hope you are writing down any questions that you might have. Lisa and I are going to head towards the final part of today, where we want to explain how do you get the online curriculum, which centers is this ideal for, and those types of things. But Lisa, basically what I'm hearing from you is teachers spend a lot of time planning and preparing, and we want to make sure that they're really confident and that they're ready for the week. This absolutely is inspiring. I know that we have teachers who say, I've been teaching for 20 years and I didn't know I could still learn so many new tricks and have new, fresh ideas for what to do in the week. But most importantly, also, it's making sure that learners are on track for big school and that the scaffolding is there. Is there anything you wanted to add before I go into how to get the curriculum?
I think something that's just quite important is that it is a South African product. It's a South African curriculum. It's based on what we need to have according to legislation. But more importantly, the teacher and the learners can see themselves in this program. It is not a cut and paste from an American thing where they talk about fall or about the snow, and they're not singing jingle bells. We are singing our songs, with the children seeing photos and pictures of children that are like themselves. So it is important that we show their identity too, and the teachers as well. Why must they look at an American teacher who's got every resource in the world? Rather, show them a classroom that looks like theirs.
Absolutely. Yep, I agree with you. So currently there are 3 ways essentially to access the online curriculum. If someone is using the Grow app, they subscribe to the annual curriculum through to the online curriculum through an annual subscription. You get 1 subscription for the center, and it unlocks access for all of the teachers and the assistant teachers at that ECD center. You can either pay as you go per term, then it is 1,000 Rand per term, and there are 4 terms. Or you can buy the full year package, term 1 to 4, for 3,500 Rand once off. So mostly centers are busy buying that now for 2025. And if you wanted to purchase that for a center or for yourself, we would open it up for you and you would have access until 31 December next year. So that's for the year. Option number 2 is through our small business program. This is our flagship 3-year training and mentorship program, which selected ECD centers join. And when they join this program, it's quite a comprehensive package of support. It includes our classroom kit, our online curriculum, training, mentorship, and registration support, and many other things in the 3-year support program. And option 3 is, I think mostly this is something that a training organization might want to use, but we can get more details. But this is when you get a model classroom and you pair the classroom kits that we have available, including with the 1-year subscription to the curriculum, and you use it for classroom demonstrations and practical training, so to support teachers as they train and learn about how to use, how to do quality early learning in their classrooms. So now you might be wondering, Did someone want to say something?
It was Tracy Chambers sneezing.
Yeah, it's fine. So now you might be wondering, is the Grow ECD curriculum subscription package that I just explained to you going to work for your preschools? Well, this is what you will need. If your teachers have access to an Android smartphone, a tablet, or a laptop, and they can access some data to log in, then yes, this could work for them. Your center will need to be using the free Grow ECD apps, Giraffe and Meerkat, to do basic things like loading learners, for example, if you want to do a learner assessment. But you just need the account, the free account on the Giraffe app for the center owner, and the free account for called the Meerkat app for the teacher. They can log in and they can click on the link called curriculum, and they will access the curriculum. Your centers obviously need some basic educational equipment. You saw some of the equipment being mentioned in the curriculum, and we can provide you with a list of recommended items, which you can purchase through whichever supplier you prefer. And I think crucial is to say that your center needs to have a curriculum implementation champion who will be accountable to ensure teachers are accessing it, planning, preparing, and delivering the curriculum. Sometimes that is the center owner, the head teacher, perhaps a mentor, or your organization's representative. So if you are interested, if you would like to purchase the curriculum for the centers that you work with and partner with, we'll drop a link to an online form in the chat. And you can complete that online form where you express your interest. Then we'll reach out to you, confirm a few things with you regarding which center, and eventually you'll get your little invoice and you make a payment. Simple as that. We unlock the curriculum and you can start using it for your weekly planning. This is a great number and email address to take down. This is our help desk. So center owners, teachers, app users, organizations can reach out to our help desk any time of the day during working hours. And Wendy at our help desk will be available on a WhatsApp call, on a WhatsApp text message, on a telephone call, an email, and she'll be happy to help you with your setup or your troubleshooting or the training for how to access and use the app and the online curriculum. She also wonderfully speaks multiple languages, which is fantastic. Okay, we've gone fast because we want to make sure we are doing some Q&A. And let me check here. It's so funny to see all the Lindsay Petro names on the call. But does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask us? We're here. We're ready to speak to you. And Joanne, thank you so much for your comment there. And I see someone says that they're also in a meeting with a teacher. Feel free to unmute yourself and let us know. Lindsay, do you, recently we have had a few organizations who partner with us who use this curriculum. Maybe you want to give us an example of how people are applying it and using it in their contexts.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Helene and Lisa. And I hope that if people do have questions that they'll ask, because it's great to have you guys in these conversations, and not just my face, when talking to our partners. In terms of how the curriculum has been used, I think what's so important to note is that the way that we've constructed this in terms of a subscription package and the model classroom and offering related to our small business program are really all constructed based on feedback that we've gotten from organizations and on the ground. And so we construct all these products and services in a way that we hope meets needs. And so let me give you an example of a organization that have purchased the curriculum for their model classroom. That's like the Caversham Institute in Durban. They are also they are supporting centers to get the full Grow Small Business program, and they are also training teachers. And so they really want the teacher training and the curriculum implementation, in centers to match. And so they're going to be using that as a model classroom, for example, in their work that they're doing. There are other organizations who have sponsored a lot of educational equipment for centers, but they go and visit those centers and they're not seeing anything being done with it. Sometimes the stuff is locked away. Teachers don't know how to use it. They're intimidated by the equipment, and so they don't have, it's not being utilized. It's not, the impact's not being maximized, let's say. And so what they're doing is saying, well, actually, no, let me give you a program so that you can implement something that's going to guide you.
Apiwe
There's
has
a
a good
question in the chat
question.
there.
Yeah, in an ECD center, how many people can have access to the online curriculum per subscription package? Can 3 people use the same package, or do each one need their own subscription?
Do you want me to answer?
Let's see if you listen.
Let's see if I listen. Yes. Okay. So the subscription is per ECD center. So I think I didn't listen, Lillian. Is it up to 10 teachers?
Yes.
Yeah. So 1 to 10 teachers, you get at an ECD center, you get 1 curriculum. You only need 1 subscription, and it unlocks the curriculum for all the teachers at that center.
Yeah. So in Apiwe's example, 3 people, it would still only be 1,000 Rand per term, or 3,500 Rand for the whole year. And then remember, it's data free. So there won't be additional costs for the teachers to buy data and that type of thing. Okay. Maybe some of you have a question about whether you can access it on a laptop. So the apps, for those of you who use the app, will know the app is not available on a laptop yet, but the curriculum, we can, through a special link, arrange that you can also open it up on a laptop. Lisa, do you find that centers, in their planning and preparation, do they sit together as a team? Does everybody plan on their own? How do you see it happening in centers?
So when a center owner, which is what we hope for, the center owner is involved, she calls a meeting on a Friday afternoon with her teachers, and they all sit together and they go through the curriculum for the week ahead. Each teacher has a planner book, and she writes down all the things she wants to do based on them going through the curriculum. And this works really well because everyone knows what their plan is for the week ahead. There are some centers that are, been more established, where teachers have got experience, where they know what they want to do. And a teacher sometimes can sit on a Saturday morning at home, and she can just do it in her own time, a time when it's convenient for her. And as an ex-teacher, my Sundays were always running around, fetching, carrying, recording in our days with the tape, songs for the week ahead. I know where my preparation time was. It suited me. Was a mom of young kids, so I knew that my afternoons were busy. And that freedom to be able to plan whenever, wherever is amazing. And then as an organization, there's often talk in the government where they say, oh, they're going to change the NCF and they're going to add another additional something. How do you reprint and redistribute thousands of books? You can't. But all we have to do is go into the back end and make certain changes and then republish, and everybody's links remains the same. So it's an amazingly agile tool where we can make changes, where the design of the curriculum is often based on things external of us, including things like ELOM results. If ELOM results are finding children generally are poor at gross motor, well, are we sure we've got enough gross motor activities? Or should we add another whole section on just cutting because children are struggling with that? And that's the agile nature of this type of curriculum.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me as the teacher, I'm just